let's start with Mullens, okay? I need to talk about Mullens. I'm Mr. Mullens. He's Mr. Mullens. I'm Team Mullens. I've been his biggest supporter in the world. So let me give a frank, honest assessment of what he did tonight. He was bad. I gave him a D- in my grades. And what I saw from him is, we were talking all week about what differentiated him from Jimmy. And I think what we all agreed is that, especially against the Giants, Nick Mullens played with a level of confidence that Jimmy hadn't shown since week 17 last season. And it was like, who is this guy so self-confident? In this game, there was a lot of pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. On Mullens. We talked about how Mullens could be confident because he's not the starter. He has nothing at stake. And there's no expectations for him. The psychology of being a quarterback is tough. And if you make it to being a starter on a team, the pressure is enormous. And I think we saw him experience that for the first time. The reason I say that is first two passes of the game were inaccurate. That's not Nick. Nick at his best is a little computer with a little arm who makes good decisions and throws accurate passes. At his best, he's like a poor man's Drew Brees. Precise. A computer in his head and a very accurate short thrower. He didn't have the accuracy tonight. The first pass was a slant. It was open. He missed it. The second pass was a deep throw to a fullback. It was open. He missed it. And I think it kind of snowballed from there. Like Shanahan started the game with two passes. And if he had hit those passes, maybe he would have taken the pressure off and he could have played free and easy, but he didn't. He missed them and he pressed the rest of the night. He was bad. And it's okay to be inaccurate, although not if you're trying to make it as a starting quarterback. It seemed like what happened was he was a little freaked by the pass rush. Understandable. He was getting no help from his pass protection. And he missed those passes early, so he started to press. He started to try to do too much, to try to make plays, and he's just not athletic enough to do that. He can't do that. Jimmy Garoppolo isn't athletic enough to really do that consistently. Nick Mullens definitely isn't. So he started moving around in the pocket, fumbled. Started trying to extended plays, interception. Again, when Mullens at his best, ball comes out right away. Now, I understand it wasn't easy for him to get the ball out right away all night because guys weren't open, the protection wasn't good. Still, take the sack, check it down, throw the ball away. You can't turn the ball over 3 times when you're an undrafted quarterback and everyone's looking for a reason to bench you. Can't do it. Be better off taking those sacks. So what I saw was a quarterback who was a little bit overwhelmed by the enormity of the moment. It's like his whole career was at stake. He understood if he played well in this game, the entire national media would be talking all week about a quarterback controversy. Is Nick Mullens as good as Jimmy Garoppolo? Is Nick Mullens a future starting quarterback in the league? I mean, everyone knew that was coming. This is a nationally televised game. It was high stakes. If he played well, he's made. If he plays poorly, he's like Cinderella. And tonight it looked like he turned into a pumpkin right off the bat. He missed those first 2 throws. It's like, uh-oh, this is not the Nick Mullens we've seen before. This is bad Nick. This is jittery Nick. This is unconfident Nick. I don't think we've ever seen unconfident Nick. So that was interesting. I mean, I talked about it during the week. Just because he's confident now doesn't mean he always will be. Jimmy was confident. You go through things as a quarterback, and this was a nightmare for Nick Mullens. I felt for him a little bit. It looked like he was, I don't know it seemed like he might have been, I don't know, I don't want to say it. But on the sideline, you could see he was crushed. I would have been crushed too. It's like he lost, that was his shot. Anyway, he'll get another shot. He's going to be in the league for a long time. And he'll intermittently get chances to start like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we'll see how long he can hold on to it. So yeah, he was a big reason, if not the biggest reason the Niners lost this game. Really surprised by his performance. I just didn't think that he would have this type of a confidence crisis on the field at home in October. I didn't think that was in him. I thought he was just a more mentally tough player. But again, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo get the yips. We've seen CJ Beathard go in the tank. I think early in the game, Nick Mullens was a little freaked by that pass rush and the fact that even his left tackle, Trent Williams, wasn't blocking anybody. And that kind of led to his lack of confidence or whatever. I'm not making excuses for Nick. I'm merely trying to describe what I saw because I'm surprised. I've never seen that from Nick. This was the first game that he started in the NFL that he didn't throw for 220 yards. First game he started, he got benched. The first game he started that he really looked like just a backup with no upside. So you know what? 1 start in 10. I'm not going to write him off. I'm not going to change my opinion of Nick Mullens because of this performance right here. Although it adds to the picture, he still has a very small sample size. We don't know what he can be. He's not going to be starting anytime soon, though.